यशोदनन्दन व्रज रञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज यमुनतीरावनता यमुनतीरावनता जयो राधमाधव जय मुरलीधरे जय राधा माधव राधा माधव जय राधा माधव राधा माधव जय जगन्नाथ जय बालदेवा सुभद्रमयी जय सुदर्शन जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय गंधर्व गिरिधारी गंधर्व गिरिधारी गौरहरि लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय अनंत देव लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय अनंत देव जय वरदे जय लक्ष्मी वरदे लक्ष्मी वरदे जय लक्ष्मी वरदे जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाख्य चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्वापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मायं तथा शीघ्रं वदाम्यहं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयोतापदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवाभ्यां श्रीरूपं सागरदातं सागररघुनाथं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णः पादास्कृष्णा श्रीविशाखां हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिद्धेश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नक्तप्रायस्वरेषु नित्यभागवते सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिपूर्वकं कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः welcome all the devotees for the Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. I seek blessings from all the devotees so that I can speak Bhagavatam in Parampara for the pleasure of Krishna and the devotees and my own purity. Today we will be reciting the first canto, 18th chapter, Parishit cursed by the Brahmana boy, sloka number 27 and 28. Both the 27 is a small sloka, so we will continue with the 28 also. So it's very interesting one. A little background about this sloka is you can follow the slokas along with me. Viprakirana jata channa raurav vinechanayana cha vishusyat salor udakam tata bhutam achachaka Viprakirana jata channa raurav vinechanayana cha Vishusyat tala udakam tata bhutam ayaschata Viprakirana jata channa Rauravena Jananacha Vishushat Talar Udakam Tata Bhutam Ayachata. Word by way of meaning. Viprakirana, all scattered. Jata Achananam, covered with a compressed hair, long hair. Rauravena, by the skin of the stag. Ajanaya, by the skin. Cha, also. Vishushyat, dried up. Talo, palate. Udakam, water. Tata Bhuta, in the state. Ayachate, asked for. Translation and purport by His Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation. The sage in meditation was covered by the skin of a stag, and a long compressed hair was scattered all over him. The king, whose palate was dried from thirst, asked him for water. Purport. The king, being thirsty, asked the sage for water. That such a great devotee and king asked for water from the sage, absorbed in trance, for certainly providential. Otherwise, there was no chance of such a unique happening. Maharaj Parikshit was thus placed in an awkward position so that gradually Srimad Bhagavatam could have been revealed. It's a very interesting sloka. Today is 26-27. Just we have started entering into Shamikrishi ashram, and Bhagavatam is Srimad Bhagavatam is going to begin. So we are setting scene how this is all happening with the will of the providence. So background about it is that the last two classes we have discussed it. Parikshit Maharaj, because of his he went for hunting. There he got with the bow and arrow, became extremely fatigued, angry and thirsty while following the stag. While searching for the reservoir water, he entered the hermitage of the well-known Samik Rishi and saw the sage sitting silently with a closed eyes. So that was a Sunday class, and yesterday class we were discussing what is the status of Muni. There are different consciousness that we namely wakefulness, dream conscious and unconscious state, and also transit. So yesterday with detailed technicality we were discussing. So about the situation of the Muni, Samik Rishi Muni. So he couldn't be able to sense the outside world, what is happening around him. So he didn't notice that Maharaj Parikshit entered his hermitage and looking for the water. And today's class we will be discussing about how describing about that how the sage was sitting in the meditation. So Parikshit was gone for hunting and become so. The way Parikshit saw the Muni described further that the sage Samikrisi was covered by a skin of stag. Stag is like kisu grass, you can say, like that. It's full mud. So it is something like that. So he's covered with the so even the stag also we say that the boar, like a big kind of jungle animal. So that's skin. So it is the Rishi did wear regular cloth. They are not using our normal cloth and that because they are in the forest and they don't have time much. So they usually dead animal skin or bar of the trees. So those things they use because they don't have time. So easily which is available, and they need not to change also because they will more time they spend for the meditation. So since they are meditating, they don't give importance to the cloth and all. So they don't have time to maintain all these things. So how his dress was animal skin, and also his long hair, okay, it's a compressed hair. Usually they will tie it up. So that hair is scattered all over him. So whole body was covered with hair because they don't have time to trim or shave. So they do not like us, spending unwanted things. So they will, most of them they will meditate on Lord. The compressed hair is everywhere in his body. King Parikshit was very thirsty and his tongue was completely dry. He's so much thirsty. When you are really walking a long journey in a hot sun, then you will feel real thirsty. Your tongues and all will get dry. He entered and asked for the water. So, since the sage was observed in a trance, was certainly providential, something that not expected from the devotee. So providential means which is expected. Okay, if I ask something, you should give. So here, which is he is devotee, which is not. He's a Parikshit Maharaj is a great devotee also. Okay, you cannot expect that. The Parikshit is a devotee and he is aware that he entering the ashram of Rishi. He is also knowing that he is in the ashram because there is no assistance around them to help. So he was alone, who is meditating and he is in trance. Trance means out of material consciousness. He is not going about surrounding sound or whatever. They will be connected in a transcendental state where it is qualitatively equal to Krishna, absolute truth. So such a level they are in. So they will, for them, this is nothing. Like example is when you go for a dream in the night time, when you are sleeping, you get a dream. So, but that dream has any meaning? Morning you get up and recollect, oh, yesterday night a lion was chasing me, I was running, I was climbing on the tree. Does it give any meaning of the dream? No. So similarly for the sages who was in a trance state, for them the outside world, material world is nothing. It doesn't give any meaning because they are already connected with Krishna. So Krishna Leela. So they were meditating. So when they are deeply meditating, you can't expect that conscious and some guest has come, so they don't hear any sound of surrounding sound. So they cannot able to make out that. In spite of that, king was very thirsty. He desperately looking for water. He just asked him. So when you walk in some known or unknown house, you generally ask, okay, I'm thirsty, please give me some water. So it is natural because you are so much thirsty. So it is something extraordinary because Srila Prabhupada Maharaj was Srila Prabhupada said it is an extraordinary thing that's happening there. Because Maharaj Parikshit was placed in an awkward position. It is clearly said he was in a very awkward position, means uncomfortable stage. So that gradually the srimad Bhagavatam could have come. It is a will of the Lord that because when Arjuna was put disturbed in Kurukshetra war, in the midst of the war, that's how Arjuna was asking that Krishna and Krishna Bhagavad Gita came. Similarly, in this situation, when Samitrishi was in a trance position and Parikshit was in an awkward position, so that is a set scene so that the Bhagavatam will come out. So this arrangement was a Lord's arrangement. Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken by Sukadeva Goswami. So there, and inquiry by the Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj asked Sukadeva Goswami and Sukadeva Goswami revealed the Bhagavatam. All these things eventually leading to the extraordinarily meeting of Sukadeva Goswami. It is not a normal meeting of any mundane people. You go and meet on somebody on the road. It is an extraordinary meeting between the Sukadeva Goswami and the Parikshit Maharaj, and that leads to the Srimad Bhagavatam. That is the essence of this sloka. So let's move on to sloka number 18. Alaptatran bhumi adir asamprapa agar asgaya sunrata avajanatam evat avajanatam evatmanam manyamanas kupo alabatran bhumi adi asamprapta argaya sunrata avajanatam jivat manam manyamasa kupoha alabatran bhumi adir asampra argya sunrata abhajanatam ivatmanam manyamasa Sukopaha. Translation word by word. Alabaha, having not received trana, seat of straw, bhumi, place, adi, and so on. Asamparataha, not properly received. Argaya, water not reception. Sundrata, sweet word. Avajana, just being neglected. Eva, like that. Atmana, personally. Manyamanaha, thinking like that. Sukho, Sukhopa, become angry. Ha, in that way. Translation and purport by His Grace is Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada. Translation: the king not received by any formal welcome by means of being offered a seat, place, water, and a sweet address. Considered himself neglected, and so thinking he became angry. Purport: the law of reception in the code of Vedic principles state that even if an enemy is received at home, he must be received with all respect. He should not be given a chance to understand that he has come into the house of an enemy. When a Lord Krishna accompanied by Arjuna and Bhima approached Jarasandha in Magadha, respectable enemies were given a royal reception by King Jarasandha. The guest enemy, namely Bhima, was fighting with Jarasandha, and yet they were given a grand reception. At night they used to sit down together as a friend and guest, and in the daytime they used to fight, risking life and death. That was the law of reception. The reception law enjoins that a poor man who has nothing to offer his guest should be good enough to offer a straw mat for sitting, a glass of water for drinking, and some sweet words. Therefore, to receive a guest, either a friend or foe, there is no expense. It is only the question of good manner. When Maharaj Parikshit entered the door of Samikrishi, he did not expect a royal reception by Rishi because he knew that the saints and rishis are not materially rich men. But he never expected that a seat of straw, a glass of water, and some sweet word would be denied to him. He was not an ordinary guest, nor he was an enemy of the Rishi, and therefore the cold reception by the Rishi astonished the king greatly. As a matter of fact, the king was right to get angry with the Rishi when he needed a glass of water very badly. To become angry in such a grave situation was not an unnatural for the king, but because the king himself was not less than a great saint, his becoming angry and taking action were astonishing. So must be accepted that it was so ordained by the supreme will of the Lord. The king was a great devotee of the Lord, and the saint was also as good as the king. But by the will of the Lord, the circumstances were so created that they become way to the king, become unattached to a family connected with the governmental activities, and thus become completely surrendered soul onto the lotus feet of the Lord. The merciful Lord sometimes creates such an awkward position for his pure devotee in order to drag them towards himself from the mere of material existence. But outwardly, the situation appears to be frustrating to a devotee. The devotee of the Lord are always under the protection of the Lord, and in any condition, frustration or success, the Lord is the supreme guide for the devotee. The pure devotee therefore accepts all conditions of frustration and as blessing from the Lord. It's very interesting sloka, and Prabhupada is very detailed given that how to give reception to a guest. Reception means welcoming. So there is a standards are there. We have to accept that standard. So the guest reception manual is we can write such a beautifully elaborated Prabhupada. The guest received how guests to be received and treated. That is basically we should understand. It is not reacted to the consciousness. It is not related to the consciousness and quality of the heart. So it is purely how the conscience of the person and the quality of heart he possesses. After what he is supposed to do, even he can give a seat of a straw. Straw means that kushugra, the small dry grass, no, that one. He can serve him a glass of water because water is plentifully available in any place. Use a sweet word to welcome. So these are the three basic things. So we must be, despite that, to serve a guest reception can be done by anybody, whether he is rich or poor. These small things anybody can do. So this is the guest reception. It's a very important for every devotee to follow the rules. Only consciousness matter. What is matter here is consciousness. So to receive the guest and how to treat it. So Srila Prabhupada doesn't condemn Parikshit. He understands his psychology. So Parikshit Prabhupada, when he writing the purpose, he never condemns about the behavior of the Parikshit Maharaj, nor the Samik Rishi, who's not provided any facility to him. So both the people's psychology he understands and he writes it. He received a cold welcome. So how Parikshit Maharaj, cold welcome means not cared, okay, or no reception given. The king asked the water, but Mini was in transit, not responding to his request. So what is the situation of our king Parikshit was, his thirsty, his tongue was totally dried. He asked for a cup of water only, nothing great. But similarly, simultaneously, the Muni, Samit Rishi Muni's situation is he is in transit, not aware of the surroundings. So he is unable to respond. So Sri Prabhupada received the guest, friend or enemy, okay, says, the receiving guest, friend or an enemy, no expense. So there are three, he is given a very nice example of Jarasandha. King Jarasandha was not, he's a father-in-law of Kamsa. So Jarasandha was, who had two daughters, both the daughters now become, after Kamsa was killed, he was both the daughters were widowed. So he is upset about Krishna and he is going on fighting with Krishna. So Krishna don't want to kill Jarasandha, so for him the compact is Bhima. So what Bhima, Arjuna and Krishna they are going in a Brahmana dress, sage's dress, so to his kingdom, and he meets it. And when the king asks it what facility they were, he welcomed them nicely, reception they given, and he asked it, what you wanted from us. So he said that we came here to fight with you. So he said that one of us, you can pick up and we can fight. So Jarasandha, also a mature person, he said that Krishna and Arjuna were very thin, lean people. So for his personality, Bhima is good enough. So he chooses Bhima to fight with him. So before that also he come to know that, yes, by discussion he come to know that they are none other than the Krishna and Pandavas whom he is enemies. So in knowing that also he welcomed them, he is given a royal reception and asked them to ask him to stay in that palace. The war fight was going Malyuddha. It was going on for 3 weeks long. All these days, as per the law of fighting, daytime only they'll fight. Nighttime they become friends and they'll have cordial talk with each other and nicely treated. So this is the standard of how even the enemy to be welcome as a reception. Okay, it's to be provided. There are other stories also in the Mahabharata and Ramayana and Puranas. So even other things are there. Let's see that, because it's very important for us to understand. As a devotee, should know that, because Prabhupada is the whole purpose he is underlining about the guest reception. How we have to welcome the reception guest. So let's take up the example of Dasaratha. Dasaratha was the king of Ayodhya. Okay, yeah, he is very Dasaratha means he can fight 10 people at a time in 10 directions. Such a powerful king. Okay, and he had 4 sons: Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrugna. And these princes, they grown up and they are ready in the stage of marriage stage. Okay, one day he was sitting and meditating that I should arrange marriage for my son's nice girls and all. So that day, what happens is uh, uh, the servant, the soldier comes and tell Dasaratha in the palace that one effulgent sage has come to meet you. Then he said, oh, his name is Vishwamitra. So Dasaratha now jumped from his seat, and along with him the Vasishtha Muni, also, Vasishtha is a guru of king, no king's guru. So he also accompanies, and they are going and welcome the Vasishtha at the entrance. He gives a royal welcoming and asks him to sit on his throne only. But Vasishtha refused to sit on throne, and he sit on the next to that. And there is a formality, you know, they wash their leg with fragrant water and milk and all the things. And also he gives nice palatable dish, and straight away he asks it, my day is done today. Your presence is made my day, and let me serve you nicely. Let me know what help I can do for you. Whatever you ask, I will fulfill it. So Dasaratha gives promise to Vishwamitra. And Vishwamitra, no, it was so joyfully, he said that, okay, I am very pleased about your royal welcome and also hospitality. So all I wanted is, I want your son Rama, because we are doing a yajna in the forest, and there is two demons, Maricha and Subhava. They are the representative of Ravana. Okay, they are coming and disturbing us. They are putting a lot of flesh on the yajna, kund, blood, everything, and we are unable to perform the yajna. Though I am a king, I can fight, but that is not my duty. We are meant to do the yajna, means for the goodness. So for that I want the help of Rama. Then Dasaratha, what he says is, sage, I am very happy, but in his heart he was disturbed because he is very attached with Rama. So he said that my children are not experienced with warfare. They are just princes. Okay, they finish the Gurukula and come, and so it is. I can fight with the 10 direction, and I have a big army with me. So big army with me. So I can kill any number of demons and protect your yajna. So he promises, Dasaratha was promising the Vishwamitra, but Vishwamitra got little upset. He said that no, you promised that anything I ask you can give me, but now you are saying that you cannot send Rama. So this is not the quality of the king. So immediately what he does is, he is looking at Vasishtha Muni. He said that check with your guru and then reply what you want to say. Then Dasaratha inquired about Vasishtha, and Vasishtha Muni says that yes, Rama is not a normal person. He is Lord Vishnu himself. So no disturbance or you don't have to worry about his safety. He is protected. It is good whatever Vasishtha Muni asking. It's good we can send him because it's a purpose only. There is a good cause only. He is calling. Then somehow half-heartedly Dasaratha sent Rama, and along with Rama, Lakshmana also goes with him because there are brothers. And without Rama, Lakshmana cannot be there. So Lakshmana goes for the protection and serving the Lord Ram. So they go to the forest, and in the forest they kill the demons, and the yajna going smoothly. So after that, Vishwamitra, what he does is he takes both the brothers to Mithila. So Janakpuri. So Janakpuri Mithila, where it is in Nepal. So he takes them, and there Swayamvara of Sita is going on. So he asked Rama to break the Shiva bond. So Shiva Dhanush. So with his guru's permission, Rama, without any struggle, whereas all other kings are not even able to lift the Shiva Dhanush, just Rama just lifted on the left hand and string the bow. By stringing itself, that bows break into three parts and fells one part in Sri Lanka, one in Janakpuri, one in one more place. So three parts it's falling down. So such a powerful. Then afterwards Swayamvara happens, and Rama marries with Sita, and Sita one more sister called Urmila. Lakshmana takes he will marry, and also Janak Maharaj he has one brother called his name is Kushad Duja. He also got two daughters, Mandavi and Sutakirti. So Mandavi marries to Bharata, and Sutakirti marries to Shatrukana. So all the four brothers' marriage has been arranged. It has all happens in Janakpuri. If you got a chance, if you go there, you can see that nice palace and marriage hall of the four Rama Lakshmana's marriage hall also. It is so nicely. We are fortunate we have got a darshan of that. So this is the story about how reception of the guests. Even the Janak Maharaj, he also gives a very grand reception for the Dasaratha when he came for his son's marriage. Also when he came, when Dasaratha, Janak Maharaj also give a grand reception for the all the kings who are come for the Swayamvara, also along with Vishwamitra and Rama. So this is a typical example we have to learn from the Ramayana. And also another story is Bhishma Dev. Bhishma Dev story in Mahabharata. Once he was having 5 arrows. Okay. Duryodhana was really upset. He said that the war is going on, you are in favor of Pandavas, you are not killing them, and you are neglecting me. So much he shouted on the Bhishma Dev. He goes to his camp and shouts at that, and say that more than that, he said that you are son of Ganga. Okay, you shall be the meaningful to me, and kill all the sons of Pandu. Make good your promise to me. So he said that you will protect the king, but you are not doing any promise. So he shouted. Looking at the eyes of the Bhishma, he was going one more application. If you can't kill sons of Pandu due to the compassion out of hatred of me. So Duryodhana even throws his strong words, at least step down from the general position. So that is the time Bhishma got wild, and he said that how can you talk like this? You are talking because Karna is with you, and you can achieve it. No. So you don't know that when the Gandharvas captured in the Dvaita Van, when they capture you, Karna did come for support you. So only Arjuna who helped you. So Duryodhana got convinced on this reply, and Bhishma also took 5 arrows from the silver cage, and he kept it on the silk cloth and started meditating and pronouncing some mantras. So after that meditation, and Bhishma Dev says to Duryodhana, now these 5 celestial weapons, okay, astic powerful arrows, tomorrow what it will kill that all the 5 Pandavas. It is assured. Okay, this is very powerful one. He gives the assurance to Duryodhana. Duryodhana was very happy, but he is little jealous. He said that no, 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 tomorrow you will not bring it. Better I will take this bow, arrow, and these arrows, and tomorrow morning I will hand it over to you so that he can kill them. So Bhishma was not attached with arrows. He said, okay, take it. So happily Duryodhana took the arrows. He went to the his camp, okay, his chamber, and he was about to sleep. On the other side, Pandava side, Krishna was talking to all the Pandavas and Arjuna specifically. He said that Bhishma has a 5. You don't know that Bhishma has a 5 arrows. That is a very powerful one that will kill you 5 people. If I lose even one person, the war is over. So now the arrows are not with Bhishma, it is with Duryodhana. You recollect it. There was a celestial war when what had happened is when the diamond dive game, that time when Pandavas lost the game, they have been sent to the forest. So, but Duryodhana was not very happy. He wanted to go on disturbing them. So he came. There is a pond, water body was there. So Duryodhana was the other side, and this side Pandavas were in a hermitage. Okay, they were staying in. So to irritate that, he came with all his queens and all. He was playing that pond and lot of disturbance. That pond is meant for the Gandharvas for them to take bath and all. So seeing this, Indra got wild. He is going on irritating, and that Pandavas, my son Arjuna and all. So I have to teach him lesson. What he does is he sends a very powerful Gandharva name called Chitrasena. So Chitrasena, he sends it. Chitrasena came and he fought with our Duryodhana army, and he captured Duryodhana and tied with him with the rope, and that is the time. So one of the old soldier, he ran to the Pandavas, other side of the water body pond, and he begs the Yudhishthira, please help your own brother, cousin brother. He's been captivated. Please help him. He's a king of this Ayodhya, Hastinapura. Then what Yudhishthira says is he calls all the 4 brothers and he tells them, okay, the Duryodhana was captivated, please release him. Then the Bhima was saying, no, this is a nice lesson for him, we should not help him. But Yudhishthira says, no, I am Dharma. So when we people are fighting, it's 100 versus 5. But when outsiders is fighting, it is 100 plus 5, 105 with the outsiders. So we should not treat him. We have to go and help thing. So Arjuna, he'll tell Arjuna, go with your Gandiva bow and help him. So Arjuna goes with Gandiva bow. He fights with Chitrasen and capture him, and he brought both Chitrasen and Duryodhana in front of Yudhishthira, and he asked what to do. Then Yudhishthira said that please release both the people. Then Duryodhana was very happy because he has been was great insult in front of his wife, queens and all. Now he has been released. Now he said that because of you I got released. You ask any boon you wanted. Then Arjuna said that I don't want. I just because you are my cousin brother, I help you. Nothing that when I wanted, I will ask you. So Krishna reminds you this incident, and he will tell you go to the Duryodhana, tell this. He was being captivated in Dvaita Van by the Chitrasen Gandharva. That time he promised for a boon. That boon asked him. Then when Arjuna went to the enemy's camp, all the soldiers with a royal welcoming him and take him to escort him to the Duryodhana's camp, and Duryodhana also came outside, and he received him, Arjuna, as a brother, and he give a very warm welcoming. Okay, it is similar to how Jarasandha gave the welcome, same way Duryodhana also gives. And he gives sweet words that you want to stop the war, without war you want a kingdom to hand over. All these nice words he was talking, he was offering the nice palatable dish and all. Then Arjuna says that thank you for your reception. He is reminding him, remember that when the Dvaitavan, when you got captured by the Chitrasen Gandharvas, you promised to give a boon, and now I wanted it. He said that, okay, what you wanted it? I just want the 5 arrow which you are holding it, Bhishma Dev gave. He was really shocked. How do you know that I didn't reveal it? It is only Bhishma knows and I am knows that. Only two of us know that these 5 arrows. How you came to know? Then he said that no, that Krishna only came to my room and he told that to collect it from you. I just came to collect that. So that momentarily Duryodhana is got understood. Yes, whatever Bhishma Dev says, all the gurus are saying that Krishna is the supreme lord. That's why he came to know that I have the 5 arrows. So simply he handovers that. So because he promised that any boon he wanted he can give, so he gave that one. So in this also, even though Duryodhana was an enemy of Arjuna, but still he gave a warm reception. So we have to treat that in such a word, and sweet words we have to spell out. This is an example from the Mahabharata. The third example we can see is in the life of the Ramanujacharya. So when Ramanujacharya, he planned to go to his disciple with the Sri Shaila. You know that in Andhra, Sri Shaila. There he want to go. So Srirangapatna to Sri Shaila. That is, there is no bus facility or not. They were all going by walk. So they were traveling at one night. They were supposed to stay in a mid place called Astasastran. It's a place, village where they were planned to stay. So there are 2 devotees were there. One devotee name is Yagnesh. He's a rich merchant. Another devotee name called Varada Acharya. He's a very poor man, and his wife were there. The couples were doing mendicant, means daily alam they collect, and their simple life they were leading it. They are very happy. So he said, I have 2 of the things. So he sent 2 of his disciples, go to the Yagnesh house and tell them that his Guru is coming, Guru Maharaj is coming. Please, with his disciple, thousands of disciples, please arrange for the accommodation for the night stay. So he goes, and these 2 disciples, they go in front and they go and approach Yagnesh, rich merchant. The moment he heard that his Guru Maharaj is coming, he was jubilant, jumping, and he called all the servants, make this house, palace, nicely arranged, all decoration, everything. He is going on, giving instruction to all the servants how to arrange, what they are supposed to, what to cook, where they will sleep, what are the arrangements to be done for that. So he goes in a full speed of arranging all the things. And these 2 servants were not even bothered. They didn't even they didn't even offer water also. They didn't ask him to sit down also. So they were confused. But since they are Guru Maharaj disciple, they didn't tell anything. They didn't find fault. They quietly went back to Ramanujacharya and tell them, okay, he asked how was the reception. They said that he is a very rich man, and the moment he heard that you are going to come to their house, he called all the servants, made a nice arrangement for the accommodation, nice palatable for prasadam they are cooking for all the 1,000 devotees, and he made a royal red carpet, everything he is doing. He is jubilant and he is jumping and doing. Then Ramanujacharya, how did he receive you people? Then with soft voice they saying, sorry Gurudev, he didn't even spoke to us, he didn't even offer seed, he didn't even offer a water to drink also. He said that when my servant is not treated, he is as good as insult for me. So don't go there. Please go to that poor Brahmana house, Varada Acharya house, and tell them that his Guru Maharaj is coming with 1,000 disciples. Please go and tell them to arrange for prasadam and accommodation. So these two disciples, they go there. It's a small hut, very tiny hut, and he's a mendicant, no? So Varada the Acharya was not at home. He went outside to beg alam from the houses. So his wife was there. She's also wearing a single dress, torn dress, and she's sitting inside. So seeing that two of his Guru Maharaj disciple came, she was so jubilant. She welcomed them, asked them to that straw mat. I was telling, no, dry grass. That mat she is offering, asked them to sit down. She ran to the well and brought the water and offered the water to them. And she's begging them, please forgive me. I don't have a big thing to offer you. All I have is small water which is available in my house. My husband is gone for alam. Once he return back, I will give you a nice feast for you people. She's going on telling nice sweet words and promising that. Okay, then he said that two people drank the water and said that okay, thank you, we will come in the evening. Please arrange accommodation and prasadam. They leave them. So after they leave, they go back to Ramanujacharya and tell them that okay, we went there. Very soft voice they're telling it. That Brahmana was Varada Acharya is a very poor person. They have a small house. There only two people can stay. Even the house was lot of holes, not thatched whole sheet. So lot of holes were there. If rain comes, water will fall, and they don't have even mat for the sleeping. Also, some straw mat they offered us. Then he said that I don't think that is a right choice. But Ramanujacharya asked that how was their treatment of you people? Then they, with a bold voice and now jubilantly they talking. Yes. The husband went for alam and wife was there. She welcomed us in the small hut. She gave that straw mat and she asked us to sit down. She ran to the well and brought a cup of water. She gave us and she was glorifying that once her husband comes, she can make a nice palatable dish and offer to us. And so joyfully they are talking. Then Ramanujacharya said, yes, this is the guest reception. We are all going not to the rich man house, we are all going to this poor man house. So with this story, as a devotee, we have to understand that how the guest has to be taken care. The reception of the guest is very important, and Prabhupada also clearly in the purport he is explaining about how we have to treat the guest. Okay, how we have to give the reception, whether he is enemy or a devotee, still no stranger also we should treat it. This is a message of today's sloka. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Any question, any doubts?